Hello and welcome to Shabari Tennis. Today we are going to talk about the Wimbledon draw which came out today. So this is my tennis channel, so please subscribe so that you don't miss out on future videos. So let's head straight into the draw, and this is the main draw. This is the full main draw. So we'll go through the draw quarter by quarter, and the timestamps are given in the description if you want to go to a particular quarter. So first we are starting with quarter number 1. So the first quarter is the Novak Djokovic quarter, and the first quarter is now divided into half. So we are seeing the top half of the first quarter. Here we have four seeds: Novak Djokovic, Schwartzman, Sinner, and Fokina. Novak Djokovic against Draper. Draper, he's a British player. He's a young talent. He plays much like Rafa, which is he's a lefty. So he's a good grass court player. He now made the quarterfinals in Queens, so much higher is expected of him. He could challenge Djokovic, but I expect Djokovic to come through easily. And we have Djokovic faces Anderson. Probably, he's out of form now. He played the qualifiers last week, so we don't know which level he's playing. But of course, he's a big server. He's a 2018 runners up, so he could challenge Novak, but I don't think he could challenge because Novak's return is one of the best ever. So, and now in the second round, he faces Anderson. Most probably, if he doesn't choke up or lose against Vera. So, and then for the third round for Novak, that's where the real test starts. He faces Davidovich Fokina. Fokina is a very good player. He played the French Open superbly. He made the quarterfinals. He had an epic five-setter with the clay court specialist Casper Ruud, which is one of the matches of the French Open. So I think Fokina is a good test for Novak before he reaches the second week of Wimbledon. So round 3, Djokovic versus Fokina is a very good matchup. But I think Djokovic is playing at a level where I think only a fully fit Roger Federer can stop him from winning the 20th Grand Slam title and his 6th Wimbledon. So from this, we are seeing the first three round 1, 2, 3 matches for Novak. I think he'll come just flying out in straight sets. It's what I predict. And coming to the other side, we have Schwartzman pair, Cecchinato, Wesley, and Sinner. Sinner, he's an exciting talent. We know what he's capable of. So what I believe is Schwartzman, he's not that good in grass. He's a very good clay court player, but I don't know, we didn't have grass court tennis for 2 years, so the which is way more than the required time for a player to improve his game on grass. So I expect, he's a world number 9. He's there for a reason. So I think Schwartzman will get through pair, and Cecchinato, I don't know him. He beat Djokovic in 2018 French Open. So, he can play at that level, but I don't know. I expect Schwartzman again to come through. So again in the lower half, Sinner for Sukovic, and Sinner hands down. His game doesn't suit. Uh, the grass doesn't suit his game very well, but Sinner, his skills are much better, so I expect him to come out on top in this lower half. So Sinner, I could expect a very good round 3 match between Schwartzman and Sinner. They are not that good, that good grass courters, and Sinner, Schwartzman, they both. If this match was on clay, Schwartzman versus Sinner, it could be a match of the tournament. But on grass, it's a low ranked contest, so it's a good contest, but I expect Sinner solely due to his skills to come. So on the round three matchups, on the left side, I think Fokina versus Djokovic, it's a good match, and also Sinner versus Schwartzman is a one to watch out for, which is what I predict. But let's see how Sinner and Schwartzman fare, because grass isn't their best surface, and also their game hasn't adapted very well, is what I think. Let's see how they get to it. So now let's get to the lower half of the first quarter. In the lower half, we have Garin, Fonini, Rublev, and Monfields. Monfields, you don't know how he's gonna turn up, because he's a great player, but his form has been quite up and down this year. So we can't tell. Martinez, he's a good player, and Garin, he's a hard-working player. So I think Garin and Monfields will make the round three. So I expect still Monfields, even with his up and down form, I still expect Monfields to come through Garin, because in grass, his serve is good. So I expect Monfields to come through. And also in the other side, we have Rublev, Fonini, and Pablo Cuevas. He's a grass quarter, but I think he will play good in grass. So I think Del Bonus, Rublev. It's a good match, but I expect Rublev and Fonini. I don't expect any upsets here, but Rublev and Fonini for round three, and I expect Rublev to come through. Fonini, he's good in grass, but I don't think he can beat Rublev. He's playing good, but Rublev, he's a top five, top 10 player in the world. So I think Rublev will come through. So Rublev will come through in the round three, and on the other side, I still expect Monfields to come through in the lower half of the first quarter. So in the first quarter, we have two round 16 matchups, which are Djokovic and Monfields, and most probably Schwartzman and Rublev. The first half on the other side, it's with Sinner Schwartzman. You don't know, it's a good match, but I expect Schwartzman to come through. Let's see how they line up. But as per the seedings, Schwartzman versus Rublev is the round 4 matchup. So round 4, Rublev is a much better player on grass than Schwartzman. So I expect Rublev to come through. On the other hand, Monfields, Djokovic, definitely Djokovic. He has dominated Monfield. So even if Garin makes past Monfields, I expect Djokovic. Djokovic, he at the moment he's looking a great favorite to win the Wimbledon. Obviously, we don't know about Roger on the health, how good he is physically, but in this quarter, in the early stages of the tournament, there is nobody to, you know, uh, so to say, challenge or push Djokovic harder for a 5-setter, 4-setter. There's nobody. So Djokovic will have a easy first week. Maybe Fokina can take a set of him, but I don't know. He's a clear winner for this quarter. And the quarterfinals against Rublev, I expect him to win. So let's see how it goes. The second quarter is the Tsitsipas quarter. Here we have, yes, we have very good seats here. Beshlasvili, Kachanau, Tsitsipas himself, and Chapovalov. So the first half of the second quarter has very good first round matches. Tier for Tsitsipas, it's a popcorn match for sure, but Tsitsipas is a good player, so he'll make through. I don't think Theofo can challenge Tsitsipas too much, even though Tsitsipas' game doesn't suit the grass courts very much. And in this, yeah, Shapovalov, I expect him to go deep in the tournament. I expect him to make at least the quarterfinals. I have big hopes on him in this Wimbledon. And we have Basilashvili, and also we have Murray. He's been awarded the wild card by the All England club. So Murray versus Basilashvili, and again it's a popcorn match in the first round. So I think it's a great quarter to be in, and Tsitsipas, he has a tougher draw, but I think he's the clear favorite in this quarter, and of course Shapovalov. I have big hopes on him. Then talking about Krashenov, he could go deep, and I think the round three matchup between him and Tsitsipas is going to be another popcorn match. Tsitsipas, he's a clear favorite. I think Shapovalov versus Tsitsipas, it's great, and we'll see the second half of this draw and see how that fares. In the second half of this quarter, we have Evans, Diminor, Batista, Gut, and Opelka. I think, in this half of the second quarter, I think RBA and Opelka, who is the American with a huge serve, he has a huge serve, so I think Opelka can go deep in this tournament. Batista Agat, of course, Diminor, he's an exciting talent. He plays very well on these fast surfaces, so I think Diminor is a potent force. And Dan Evans, he's a Briton, and he's a Brit, so there'll be high hopes on him. So I don't know how he's going to fare, but we'll see. From the second half, I think the round three matchup between Opelka and Batista Agat is the one to watch out for. It's great, and I guess Batista Agat can come out. He's made the semi-finals last time. He's a good grass courter. Let's see how he does. And straight away, I expect the winner to come over Evans in this side and play the round four match with Tsitsipas. And Batista Agat versus Shapovalov, that's a very good match, and a round four match. So I think Shapovalov will come out to play, and then in this quarter we'll have the quarter final as Tsitsipas versus Shapovalov. That's what I expect. They both are great, and I still expect Shapovalov has the goods to come up against Tsitsipas. So that's it for the quarter. Let's go to quarter number 3. So the third quarter is the Alexander Zverev Berrettini quarter. In this quarter, the first half of the third quarter, we have Berrettini. We have this as the number 7 seed, and Isner, Humbert, and FAE. So it's a great quarter. Every year in Wimbledon you have this kind of the huge serving quarter. Berrettini, he has a huge serve, huge forehand, and Isner, he has the biggest, of course for me, it's the biggest serve I have ever seen. And FAA, he plays much like Roger, but without the consistency that Federer has. FAA has a huge game on grass. He made the finals and the semis in the grass court tournaments leading up to Wimbledon. Humbert, he won Halle last week, and he's full of confidence. Berrettini won the Queens, so it's a great quarter to be in. Berrettini, a lot of people are expecting Berrettini to go deep as far as the semi-finals. I expect him to go till the quarters. Still, what I feel is he needs to have the big win, the top 5, top 10 win, which he hadn't had in a major. So that's what is my assessment of Berrettini and Isner. He only has the serve, but I don't think he's serving good. He always serves good. 2018 he made the semis, but I don't think he could go that far this year. Because he has Berrettini in the third round. It's a huge popcorn match I'm going to watch out for. And FAA and Humbert, if they make the uh, round three, we'll have a great popcorn match again. They're huge servers and they have very good game on grass. So I'm expecting huge popcorn matches from this quarter. The first half, especially the round three match between Berrettini and Isner, it's kind of a hold your serve. We might go to a tiebreak. I don't know. So FAA and Umberat match is also an exciting one to watch out for. So let's see the second half of the third quarter. In the second half, we have of the third quarter we have Karatsev, Casper Ruud, Zverev, and we have Taylor Fritz from USA. So I think the second half doesn't have a great, what is so to say, the kind of a potential upset of kind. But I think Karatsev, he made a great semi-finals in the Australian Open, but I don't think he started the season very well. He won Dubai, but I don't think he could go deep in this tournament. And Casper Ruud, he's a good player, but he's a great clay courter, but I don't think he could too go there. He might lose to Nishikori. Nishikori still has the game. He had a pretty good Roland Garros, is what I say, before losing to Zverev. So I think Zverev will just come out of this second half just unbeaten. What I expect is the Zverev versus FAA kind of match is what I expect. Or even Umberit, he might surprise us. Umberit, Zverev round four, and from here, this kind of Karatsev, Nishikori, Casper Ruud, from here anybody can come. I expect Nishikori, he's got the experience of playing at a major. He's great in five setters, so I think Nishikori will come out of here. He'll play the round four with Berrettini, and Zverev and Umberit will play the round four. And a huge popcorn match in this is especially the Umberit and Kyrgios match. It's a huge popcorn match. I'm expecting this. So from this quarter, the clear winner is, I expect Alexander Zverev to beat Berrettini. Let's see how. But a lot of people think Berrettini can challenge Zverev. I think the otherwise. The fourth quarter is the Federer quarter and Medvedev quarter, to say, and we have Federer, Cam Norrie, Dimitrov, and Hurkacz, so to call it, and I think Federer can come out easily on this. Manarino, he is a grass courter, and many people expect Manarino to challenge Federer. I do expect him. I saw some of his highlights. He's playing very good. So Manarino can challenge Federer in the round one, and Norrie versus Federer in round three is going to be an exciting match to watch out for. And Hurkacz versus Dimitrov. Dimitrov cannot lose to Verdasco. I think Dimitrov can go deep as the round four is what I expect. Hurkacz is not that great. He's after winning the Masters in Miami, he's not in a great form. So I expect Federer versus Norrie is going to be a good contest. Norrie can challenge him. Norrie, he made the finals of the Queen, so he plays good on grass court. So I expect Cam Nori to challenge Federer in round three. We don't know how well is Federer. He pulled out of Paris, but I still expect Federer to go deep. As deep maybe as quarterfinal. He can make the quarterfinals of the Wimbledon, but I don't know where he's physically. If he's physically well, I think he will go. He surely has the skills, everything. The skill is there, but only the confidence and the form is lacking for Federer. I still expect Federer to come out of round three. I think Nori can challenge him, but not beat Federer, even though Federer is playing half as a good player as he is. So Federer will come out, and we'll see the second half of this quarter. So in the second half of the fourth quarter, we have Sonego, Corona Booster, Medvedev, and Cilic. Cilic just got the seed after Dominic Thiem's withdrawal from the tournament due to an elbow injury. I think from the second half, I think Corona Booster, he made the semis in Mallorca this week, and Medvedev, I think Medvedev can go very deep in the tournament. He could have a potential quarterfinal if Roger makes the quarterfinal. So from here, if you see, I think Carana Busta will come. Sonego, he has an all-round game. He's an Italian. He made the semis in Rome, but he's a good player. He played Eastbourne this week. He played good. So Sonego Karanapusta is a good match to watch out for in round three. So in the round four match, I think Karanapusta versus Federer. If Federer gets past Nori, which I believe he will, so Karanapusta versus Federer is a very good round four match to watch out for. And Cilic and Medvedev. Cilic, his form has been up and down, but let's see how he does here. I still expect he lost to some unseeded players even last two Wimbledon. So I don't know where he is physically, but Medvedev will win it. He'll have pretty good competition. Well, Medvedev also has a very good match. The first round between he faces Struff, and Struff bet him in Halle this last week, so that will be in the back of Medvedev's mind. But still, I expect Medvedev to come through. He'll get to the semis. Karana Bustak will challenge Federer, but I don't think Federer, after winning 3 matches where he will be physically, and I don't know, it's all mess here. But one thing which I expect is, even though if Federer wins against Karnabusta and makes it to the quarterfinals, I expect Medvedev to beat Federer. I don't think Federer can kind of challenge Medvedev at the way he's playing. Federer's serve hasn't been working well, and Medvedev has all forms of the game which can counter Roger Federer's game on grass. So it all comes down to Roger Federer's fitness. If he finds the rhythm and the fitness required, if he somehow wins his matches very fast, or kind of within 2.5 hours. He just went to 3.5 hours with Corfer in French Open, and then he pulled out. So I don't want that to happen. He has to be fit. It all comes to how physically fit Federer is, or else I'm picking Medvedev to come out and play the semis. So let's see, my semi-final picks are Medvedev, Zverev, Djokovic, and I expect Shapovalov to come through. So what I think is, uh, Djokovic versus Shapovalov and Medvedev versus Zverev. It's going to be the semifinals, and the finals will be Djokovic versus Medvedev with Djokovic wins. So this is my Wimbledon preview. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe and do tell anything if I need to improve. And this is my analysis. The draw preview. The draw is out. I'm excited for the Wimbledon, and let's see how it goes. So much of history online for Novak Djokovic. Let's hope he wins it. So to make the GOAT race even more interesting.